You look up HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen, a whole lot of companies will pull up, and you can go through whoever it is that you would like to go through. Integrity Delivers has a bundle training. 360 training has a training. The Red Cross has a HIPAA training, so it really doesn't matter who you go through. But so not only do we do the medical stuff, actually now we don't even have a medical contract. We started with a medical company called T-Force Logistics. We have not transported medical stuff since that company. Our main source of income comes from auto parts. So auto parts have to get to body shops, dealerships, collision centers. If you go to a mechanic for maintenance on your vehicle, they need auto parts. There's liquor delivery. Y'all know how the liquor stores stay busy. Everybody wants their cut waters, and they want this and they want that. The liquor store, they need liquor transported. There's legal document delivery. You don't have to be a notary to transport all types of legal documents, only highly sensitive documents. So there's a lot of just general paperwork that needs to be transported between facilities, between law offices, and you don't have to be a notary, y'all. Okay. Now with TWIC, you have a TWIC card. You can get onto the shipyards. You could get your clearance to get onto the airports. With this, you are able to make the airport and the shipyard money where cargo is being moved day in and day out. So this HIPAA and bloodborne, if you get it, that's fine. But just understand that it will assist you only on the medical side of deliveries. Don't get an auto parts contract and say to them, oh, hey, by the way, I have HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen. They won't even know what that is, y'all. They won't care. It won't help you in any way on that side. Now, when we're talking medical, you're saying pharmacy deliveries, the hospital deliveries, the doctor's offices, the vet clinics. Then on that side, that's where HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen will come into play, because this is teaching you how to keep that patient's information safe in accordance with HIPAA laws, but also teaching you how to safely transport these type of biohazard materials. That way, let's say you have some prescription medication that you're delivering. Let's say maybe you have someone's blood samples or a urine sample. You don't want this stuff spilling all over your vehicle. So that is bloodborne pathogen. So you put these two together, HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen, and now you're equipped to deliver on the medical side. Okay. But this is not for the whole transportation industry, y'all. That's why I say they're setting y'all up to be medical couriers and medical couriers only. Over here, I'm going to teach y'all how to be a courier, period. And I'm not going to gatekeep, because there's no way for y'all to affect our business wherever you are throughout the country. Whether you're in Texas, Florida, New York, New Jersey, Alabama, no way for you to affect our business. So there's no reason for me to sit up here and gatekeep. Okay? It's enough money for us all to eat. I promise y'all. I promise you. Okay? So number 4, but understand, this is simple, y'all. A lot of people overcomplicate this. They come to me and they say, Kiana, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm afraid. And it's just like everything. We're creatures of habit. So anything that shakes things up, anything that's a change for us, you're going to be nervous at first. Just like we were nervous at our first day at work. Okay? And don't think that I'm a stranger to a job, y'all. I just left Geico in May. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, until you're ready, I'm not telling you to leave your job, but use your job as a stepping stone. Stay at your job, but have something else going on for you on the back end. That way, if something does hypothetically happen to that job, it's not the end of the world. Okay, because I was watching my job getting ready to be automated by AI. I was seeing it in my face. So either we're going to wake up, or we're going to get left behind. Thank you, Amara. Thank you. Thank you. So number 4, okay? I know this is what y'all ready for. How to search for contracts. Notice how this says contracts, y'all. Nothing about apps. I get asked all the time, what app do y'all run? What app is it? What app do y'all use? What's the app? Yeah, Wesley, some Geico kicked you off. Some contracts will require commercial. So then, yes, you would have to meet that commercial requirement. But what was I saying? Oh, I was saying about the apps. We're not worried about apps. If you want to use apps in this game to get started, to get a feel for it, then that's when I would use an app. Or I would use it in the long term to supplement what I have coming from contracts. But I would not have my main source of income coming from apps, y'all. When we get on apps, we don't know the type of day it'll be. We don't know if we'll get 20 orders or 2 orders. We don't know the volume. We don't know what things are going to be looking like. We're just, hoping and praying that we have a good day. So that's why I say use it as supplementary income. So if you want to get a feel for the courier industry, hop on roadie, hop on freight, hop on drop off, send pecs, get a feel for it. Okay, and then once you do that, if you've never transported a piece of cargo, now if you've been doing delivery on other apps and you already know how the courier game works, then you could probably hop right into a contract. But for those of you that you're a day one beginner to this, you've never transported a piece of cargo a day in your life, don't go out getting an LLC. Do not, bite off more than you could chew. Go hop into a cargo van and all of this craziness, y'all. We started in I'm going to say them again, Miss B, I'm sorry, I don't want to mess up your name. I'm going to say them again in a minute. But don't hop right in and bite off more than we could chew. Start with the app, get a feel for it. If you like it, if you're feeling like, okay, this is something that I could take to the next level, then I would consider, okay, what time do I have available? Do I think I could take on a weekend only contract? Do I think I could commit myself to a weekend route? If the case is, if you can, then you're going to start looking for a weekend only route. You'll get a feel for it. You'll start it. You'll see, okay, now do I want to take this even to the next level? Because the whole goal is stacking high paying contracts. We're not going for one contract. We're trying to stack as many as we can into our schedule. And also we're trying to diversify our income. We're not just going to have medical contracts, y'all. They tell y'all this up here because a lot of them are not even in transportation. You could go to my page and see that we actually do this in real life. I'm not somebody up here yapping, talking about something that I don't do. Now, the only reason I'm able to be up here on TikTok is because I do the back end work. I do the administrative work. I secure the contracts. I onboard drivers. I, handle payroll. I do all of the back end stuff. I negotiate rates. Now, my partner, Bryce, he is the one that's out there on a day-to-day along with our drivers. So we made our own dream team. But a lot of people up here, you go to they could talk a real good game on live. Like they could have step by step. They could have 100,000 followers. They could talk to you all, sweet and nice. You go to their page and there's nothing about even what they're saying that they do. It's them talking to a phone screen. Okay. So the apps again, because I see someone ask again, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention it, is roadie, freight, drop off, send pecs. Y'all, these are just a few, but try these out. And again, a lot of them will put you on a wait list. A lot of them don't pay that well. And this is why I say our main goal is going for contracts, stacking contracts. So we're about to look at a contract, but y'all, please don't compare me to these people. Okay. I'm telling you, y'all's favorite courier creator, he be in my live watching me. Okay. So I'm telling y'all, I have real valuable information. Can I get a job till I figure that part out? You can have a job and do this. I'm not telling you to leave your job. I know y'all got probably children, your 401k, your paid time off, whatever. That is completely fine. I didn't leave Geico until May of this year. Bryce had been wanting me to come into the courier business full time. I was helping him where I could, but I was dedicating myself to climbing the corporate ladder at Geico. Got my degree and everything. And I said, you know what? This is actually not going to work for me. I'm actually not going to stay here for the rest of my life. I'm actually going to take a chance on myself instead. What about doing it in New Jersey? Yeah, there's people doing it in New Jersey. Y'all, there's people doing it nationwide. Okay. Because think about all these facilities that I mentioned. There's retail businesses that get mail. We're not the only ones that get mail. I'm going to show you one of our deliveries, and don't worry, we're about to look at a contract, y'all. But we delivered to Home Depot printer paper and toilet paper. So we're not the only ones that get mail. Retail businesses get mail. They get supplies. They get packages delivered just like we do. Now, like I said, retail businesses, body shops, dealerships, collision centers, they need auto parts. Law facilities, they need legal documents transported. You only have to be a notary for the highly sensitive documents, not just general stuff, y'all. What else? That y'all know about the medical side of stuff, liquor delivery, the list goes on. Everything has to be transported. So if you take a look around your house, you take a look around your job, every single thing had to be delivered. Every single thing had to be transported. So nothing happens without transportation. So when people say, oh, there's no money in this and da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da, believe whatever it is you want to believe, but I literally would not be talking to you right now without transportation. We wouldn't be able to do your job without transportation. Okay. Okay. Let me see what y'all are saying. And then we're about to look at a contract. I just scrolled past. Do you have any advice on freight brokers? No, that's more like over the road kind of stuff. We secure local contracts. Thank you, Hustle with Virgin. Are these apps in all 50 states? Most of them are nationwide apps. How costly are these certifications? HIPAA and Bloodborne is fairly cheap. HIPAA and Bloodborne is fairly cheap, like under $40 for the two of them. Thank you, Miss Virgin. I'm trying to look for a next step. Oh, you said you've been a professional heavyweight courier 38 years. I'm trying to look for a next step after retirement. Okay, Big P, shout out to you. Can I come aboard your team until I start my own LLC? So we're not currently hiring drivers, but the people that do, join my community, for those that do want it, I do allow people that don't have any experience to put down our courier company. That way, it just looks a little bit more professional for those of you that are like complete beginners. Where do you get HIPAA? Integrity Delivers has a bundled training. Okay. So let's look at it, y'all. Let's look at it. Cause once I show you this contract, you're going to be like, wow. Okay. So it is simple. It really is. And I'm not saying securing the contract, y'all, that's going to be the hardest part. Securing that first contract, I'm going to be transparent with you. That's going to be the hardest part. Depending on your area, if you're not in a big city like Houston or Atlanta or Orlando, it's going to be kind of tough for you to get your first contract. Took us in our small town, because I'm not in Atlanta, y'all. We're in Middle Georgia. Took us almost a month to secure our first local contract. That was me applying. That was me following up. That was me doing everything I needed to be doing. Thank you, Mr. James. So I'm saying, if you can stick through those times, if you can continue to put your best foot forward, if you can stay on these courier companies' necks and stay in their face and stay in their email, I'm telling you, when a position is available, they're going to say, oh, I want that person who's been checking in with us. I want that person because they're dedicated. They're not just going to give up at the moment that they get told no. How many times have we been told no by jobs, y'all? And it hasn't stopped anybody from going and looking for more jobs. So why would you stop looking for more contracts? Never stop. Never stop. We're years in and I'm still not done. Because there's still more money to be made. Even government contracts out here, y'all. And I know right now we're dealing with like the government shutdown. So that does affect like government contracts. But everything will be back up and rolling. And then that's a whole nother world, y'all. Okay. So let's look at this. We've been, oh, you're talking to somebody else. I thought somebody was asking me how long we've been doing it. But I might as well say we've been doing it since 2023. We started January 2023 in a Kia Forte. Now we have scaled into our cargo vans. So we're right on Google. I have to use Atlanta as an example because like I told you, here in Middle Georgia, there's barely anything. That's why not only do you look for online opportunities, you market, you advertise to your local businesses. Who's liking the live? Amara, I appreciate you for showing love. Thank you. And thank you, Kimmy. The more y'all like the live, y'all, the more gems I'm going to drop. You see how much info you getting from me already. Okay, so thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Des. So we're going to use Atlanta as an example, right? So let's get into this. Ameriship Parcel Delivery is the name of the company. Notice how this says Atlanta, Georgia, y'all, but we scroll down and see that this is a nationwide courier company across multiple states, and it even goes on. Okay, so what happens is these courier companies have clients. Their clients, a lot of times, if they're a medical company, can be hospitals. Y'all know hospitals are owned by like big corporations. OK, so their clients are either these hospitals, or if they're on like the parcel delivery side, like this company is delivering packages, their clients are retail businesses, which is how I'm going to show you a Home Depot delivery that we've done. No, we're not directly contracted with Home Depot. We're contracted with the company that's contracted with Home Depot. That's how transportation is. Okay. So this company, they will put you in contact with their hub in your area, and you will deliver for their clients who are throughout the country. Okay. Just like Home Depot is not only in Georgia, Home Depot is everywhere. Okay. So let's look at this contract. It pays $600 to $1,200 a week. Now, remember, y'all, do not get caught up in the pay. The whole goal is stacking contracts. And after you have like one or two, you're probably going to have to put a driver in the next route anyway. Like, there's only 24 hours in a day and we have to rest. Nobody wants to be, falling asleep behind the wheel. So don't get caught up in the pay. You're stacking contracts anyway. And the ultimate goal is to hire drivers and make passive income. Okay. So drivers should be highly energetic, competent, self-motivated with a good sense of direction, excellent customer service. Cool. We got that. Be punctual, be reliable, and have some delivery experience. So they care about punctuality, y'all. They care about reliability, because imagine you have someone's blood samples. Maybe someone's waiting for some results from the doctor. They've been dealing with some health issues and they're waiting for their blood samples to be delivered and looked at. Somebody's waiting for a kidney to be delivered so that they can have life-saving surgery. Someone's waiting for auto parts so that they can get their vehicle worked on so that a single mother can get to work. Okay, I'm telling y'all, don't think that this is not important work. I feel like this work, as we've entered the courier game, I feel like this work is more important than what I was doing at Geico. Like at Geico, I'm just getting cursed out every other day. It's just like, listen, okay? So be punctual, be reliable, and have some delivery experience. So unless you have a courier resume showing them your DoorDash, your Uber, your Spark, your Lyft, your over the road, your Flex, your bus driving experience, then they don't know that you've been a courier. Now, if you don't have this experience, you have to put something. So you got to tell a little white lie. If if you're weary about that, put something like Uber, put something like Instacart. Okay. They just want to know that you know how to pick up from point A and take to point B. You got to have a smartphone, got to be able to lift 50 pounds or have you a dolly, a cart, a hand truck to assist you. We prefer applicants with verifiable work history from these companies. Because look what Sanity D just said in the chat. I deliver my children to school every day. Okay, so you're a courier. I don't care if you went and picked up food for your grandmother, you went and picked up your grandfather's prescription, and then you went and took it to them. That is literally what you would be doing in this game. Okay, so they're going to prioritize that type of experience because this is a parcel delivery contract. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to apply, my girl. So this is a parcel delivery contract, which means you're delivering packages. That's why they prioritize that type of experience, but they'll consider everyone. Have a valid license, up-to-date insurance. It says nothing about commercial for this particular contract. Be 21, have a reliable cargo sprinter or SUV. All my sedans, don't be discouraged. Ameriship does work with sedans. It's just that in Atlanta, they're not looking for sedans at this moment. Y'all, courier needs are constantly changing and evolving. So don't get caught up in what you don't meet the requirements for. We just keep the ball rolling, y'all. We keep the ball rolling. No DUI, no DWI within the past 10 years. Pass a background, be able to drive Monday through Friday. Okay. Been a police officer for 20 years, responding to situations in a timely manner, understand, reliable. It cuts you off, but exactly. Okay. So you know how important it is to get somewhere quickly. Nobody knows it better than you. Okay, my girl, I'm gonna have to block you because we're not doing none of this promotion of that kind of stuff, my girl. I'm sorry. Okay, so cool. So this is how much they pay, like I've been through with y'all. And this is how often they pay. Yeah, they're going to check your background. Okay, they're going to check your background. Now, this is how they technically pay y'all. So the amount is going to depend on how many deliveries you're able to get done. Now, once you've been doing this contract for about 2 weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks, maybe let's just say a month, you'll know where you lie within this range. You'll know like the capacity you're able to handle, what volume, how quickly you're able to get this stuff done. And then you'll know what your average is. And then you can expect that full amount in your account on a weekly basis. No taxes coming out up front. You'll be taxed when it's time for tax season. Okay. So that's the beauty of being a 1099 contractor. Not only do you not have a boss, not only are you able to have your kid in the car with you if you need to have your kids, Okay, of course, if they're of age to, be doing that kind of stuff. Or if you want to tag team this with your cousin, your brother, your sister, whoever. But you're able to write off your expenses. So your gas, your maintenance, your repairs, your mileage, down to the food you eat out on the road. You go grab a burger or a sandwich. Every single cost is going to be a deduction. Best believe I keep every single receipt. Every single one of them. No, you don't need an LLC. So notice how in this contract, we see nothing about a LLC under these requirements. We see nothing about HIPAA and bloodborne because this isn't a medical contract. Okay. Now, if we were actually wanting to apply to this position, you will look up Ameriship Parcel Delivery's website, navigate to their opportunities, apply there with your Courier resume if the position is still listed there, and then follow up to the best of your ability. Y'all, the money is in the follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. Okay, so basically, y'all, I could go pay to list on Indeed right now. If I want to put a position up on Indeed, anybody could do it. So that's why when you're on these sites, it's very confusing. You're consistently playing catch up because you don't know if what you're looking at is legit. You don't know if it's an active and open position. You don't know what it is. Okay, so this is why I'm going to go to the source every time. I'm not just going to look. You can evaluate the contracts on these third-party sites. But when it's time to actually apply, put my application in, I will evaluate it on Indeed, see if the time of day works for me, see if the pay is going to work, see if I meet the qualifications, like in less than 5 minutes, y'all, we don't have all day. And then if I want to proceed to apply, I will look up Ameriship Parcel Delivery's direct website, navigate to their opportunities, apply there with my Courier resume, and then follow up to the best of my ability. That's how we get this done. The more applications you spit out, y'all, the higher your chances are of securing a contract. I'm not just gonna, twiddle my thumbs and maybe put in 1 or 2 applications. Every single contract I come across that I meet the requirements for, I'm gonna apply to it. Okay, I want to say right now, beware of these fake pages. While we got a few people in the room, I should have said it earlier, they're going to be following y'all left and right, and it's going to look just like it's my page. If it's not this page with, where are we at right now? Almost 20K. If it's not this page, it's not me. I won't ask you for your money. I won't ask you to WhatsApp. Oh, go to WhatsApp and do this and that and all this nonsense. Listen. Okay, I don't have time for those type of games. Okay, so this is my real page. Make sure y'all are locking me in. Thank you, lady. Thank you, Lady Q. Okay, appreciate you, Elijah. Thank y'all for being here. So you don't have to get an LLC for that particular contract. Now, you can run into contracts that are much more complicated than that one. You can run into, typically how it works, y'all, the contracts that require more of you, they pay more. The contracts that want you to have what you already have available, like the one we just looked at, they just require what you already have accessible. So it just depends on the contract that you're looking at, but it could get more complicated. Okay. So I just wanted to show you a beginner level contract, if I could talk. Okay. So let's go back from the top. Hey, Miss Monica, let's go from the top. 21 years old. Valid license, registration, insurance, decent driving record. This is what's required for you to be an independent courier, okay? Now, you're going to use the vehicle time and insurance that you already have available. It doesn't matter what type of vehicle. It could be a sedan, like we started with the 2016 Kia. It could be a pickup truck. It could be a minivan. It could be whatever you have, y'all, okay? And then, of course, cargo vans are welcome. If your goal is to get into cargo vans, y'all, it took us less than a year to go from our Kia Forte into our first van. Took us less than a year after that. You can use a rental. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that point right after this. What was I just saying? See, y'all, this is why I gotta get my points out. Dang it, y'all. What was I just saying before that? I don't know. It'll come back to me. Someone said, can I use a rental? So I was saying Turo, if you need to rent, Turo is a good option. Okay. Can you share what a more complicated contract? Yeah, we could look at a more complicated contract. You were talking about step 2. I know I was talking about step 2, but what about it? Oh yes, thank you, Miss Monica. So it took us less than a year to go from our first, thank you, beautiful. So to get into our first van, and then less than a year after that to get into our second van. Okay, I do get distracted when talking, y'all. What is that called? Okay, I'm sorry. We ain't perfect, y'all. It's harder than it looks. I know. I used to be up here just saying stuff. I gotta stay focused, y'all. But I'm not ignoring you. Let me see what else y'all said. I do get distracted when talking. Does the car insurance have to be in your name? It doesn't. It doesn't have to be in your name. You have to be listed as a driver, but it doesn't have to be in your name. Okay. So that being said, y'all, I feel like I get this info out pretty well. Okay. We just had about 400 some people in here a few minutes ago. So I'm saying sometimes it's hard. There's a lot of questions being asked. I'm doing my best, y'all. I'm trying my best. So that being said, I'm going to show y'all the cargo that we move. I'm going to show this to y'all, okay? Because I'm not somebody up here capping. So I'm going to put it into perspective so that y'all can see the journey for yourself. Thank you, Mrs. Monet. Thank you. I just know I'm going to mess that name up. I'm just going to say A. Thank you, A, for liking it live. Let's look at it. Oh, someone asked to see a more complicated contract. Let me show y'all that first, and then I'm going to show y'all the journey. Let me show y'all that first, and then I'll show y'all the journey. So this was the basic level contract that we just evaluated together, right? Thank you, Tequila. Oh, it's Arthur? Okay, thank you, Arthur. So this is the basic level contract, right? We could go down here and go to this contract right here, right? This contract pays $1,500 to $3,000 a week. We get into the contract description, y'all, and look right off rip. What are they saying? Minimum 2 years professional courier experience. Airport experience prioritized. They're saying you got to be able to lift 70 pounds. You have to be willing to obtain TSA certification. You have to have commercial insurance because they want to be listed as additionally insured under your declaration page. So it could get much more complicated. But you see how they're paying much more? Okay, so it could be worth it, especially when we're stacking contracts. Thank you. And then there was one. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate you. So I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. Now let's show y'all the journey. Let's show y'all the journey. This is where we started in our Kia Forte. Thank you, G1 Beautiful. Thank you, my girl. This is where we started, y'all. In a sedan, a Kia Forte. This was with T-Force Logistics delivering to a nursing home. We started medical. And then we realized, hold up, there's way too much stuff out here. Thank you, Missy. Way too much stuff out here to focus only on medical courier. Good morning, cousin. Sorry being late. I had a blown tire. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Y'all, my guy stays rolling. I'm just going to say that. But I'm glad you're okay. It's good to see you. Happy Monday. So this is with T-Force Logistics, like I was telling y'all. Here's me and my man and our dog. Yes, T-Force works with regular vehicles. This is us when we moved into the van, okay? And we still run our SUV. That Kia I no longer have. The Kia boys came and got me, y'all. The Kia boys came and got me. But we still run our SUV. Now, here is a Home Depot delivery. So remember I said, no, we're not directly contracted with Home Depot. We're contracted with a company that's contracted with Home Depot. That's how this game works. Wow, that's awesome. Y'all legit doing it. Loving it. Yes, we're legit doing it. Thank you for saying that. I can actually show you this stuff. Okay? So, used to be Over the Road. Here's some stuff from Over the Road. Here's our actual courier service. Our LLC was not established until December of 2023. So from January to December, when we were in the Kia, we didn't have an LLC, y'all. No LLC. Okay. You're at a depot now taking care of something. I know that's right. So you see how that cargo is coming in. You see all the stuff on the shelves. Thank you, Tractor Trailer. So I was a top performer at Geico, y'all. I have my business degree. I am exactly who I say I am. I'm not somebody up here just yapping. But I know y'all could tell that already. I will show y'all how to join me. It is only $65, but it comes with direct access to me, and it comes with all my resources for those of you that want it. Now, if you don't tap in with me, you're going to learn something over here with me regardless. I don't just give information to people that tap in with me. Okay? So here is us yet again, me with my man. Okay? Because I've been in the field too, y'all. Here's us picking up our second van. Thank you, Mrs. Monet. Okay, cool. I think y'all get it. Here's an airport delivery. We've done it all. Thank you. Is it Sosie? Thank you. I feel like I'm butchering y'all's names today. Usually I'm good with the names. I don't know what's going on this morning. It's a Monday, y'all. It's a Monday. Here is us at the airport. Remember I said, you get your clearance. You get onto these secure facilities. Make the big money. Okay? It is a high roof. It is a high roof. Now I suggest you have at least a medium or a high roof if you're talking about a cargo van, but we still run our SUV. Now, everybody was in the comments of this. Notice we stack contracts, y'all. So that income is not coming from one contract, okay? But this video went viral and everybody was in the comments saying, oh, I want to be a medical courier. I want to be a medical courier. And this has nothing to do with medical. You can see the body shop in the background. These are auto parts, y'all. Auto parts are paying. Auto parts are paying. Okay? So that being said, here's me and Bryce with our vans. They are definitely high roofs. Okay? They're definitely high roofs. Even though the Ram is a high roof, the Ford's high roof is just beating the Ram's high roof. Okay? I'm going to trust a Ford every day, every time over a Ram anyway. I've said that time and time again. Our Ford is much more reliable than that Ram is. Okay? But there it is. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is there. I'm going to get to your questions. I'm going to show y'all how to join me for the 65. It is only on sale while I'm live for 65. And before y'all get your panties in a bunch, before y'all get upset, it's no different than any other product or service that you would get. Okay? Understand, if I give all this for free up on the live, I would not take your money and sell you short and not get you a contract. This is what I do. All these screenshots you see, you can see them on the website. I could go into the chat. These are people securing contracts, people in New Jersey. We got Joel in his cargo van. We have results back to back. I don't know who can show y'all this. Okay, so because we're actually in this industry, because I have real companies, you see Deirdre, she has a medical contract, but she also has a dealership contract dealing with documents, cash, and keys. Real results. Tractor Trailer Boogie is in there. Okay, I'm telling y'all, the proof is in the pudding. Okay, so I don't let anybody just fail over here with me. If you get through the information and let's say hypothetically you're not seeing success, you're able to hit me up for that reason. I don't charge a monthly subscription for my Discord because I feel like, for what? I already know times are hard. I already know the status of our economy. Okay, so you get in here with me where I need to hop in, best believe I'm going to hop in. If I need to hop in for you, let me just show y'all. I'm going to hop in here. You see all these leads on leads? Ignore my nails, y'all. Leads on leads, y'all. This is what I do for people. I come in here. We talk things through. Somebody get in their contract. Come on now. Don't play with Kiana. Okay, so you will click my profile picture, you click it one more time, you get in here to the ultimate guide. Okay, I'm sorry, let me back it up. You click my profile picture, you click it one more time, you go here where it says beacons, BEACONS, and then it's gonna say, do you want to open this? You say you do. Come to my website. I'm not even supposed to be saying all this. And then you go to the ultimate guide. Okay, now you could scroll down, you could check reviews, you could see testimonials from people securing contracts. You could do whatever you need to do. Yes, I give you the Courier resume. I give you my resume that I use. And then you're able to edit it to your liking. You put your name in, the email you want it to be sent to, leave the discount field blank. It is already on sale. And then you could put your card in, or you could do Klarna or Afterpay. Today it'll be $16.25. You'll get full access today with that $16.25. And again, you have direct access to me in the chat. That's not going anywhere. Yes, I really respond. Yes, I really do this, y'all. Okay. I'm not going to take your money and run off on you. Y'all get guides and then never hear from the person ever again a day in your life. Okay, so you get over here with me. I got you. This is everything that's included. You get the resume. You get how to stack contracts, how to hire drivers. Okay, you get the scripts to effectively follow up and actually secure the contract. You get my live overview. You get the keywords so that you can learn how to search for all types of cargo and not just medical courier stuff. You get real information over here. Okay, so that's it. That's all. Y'all know how to get to it. You will click my profile picture, click it one more time, go there where it says beacons, and it'll bring you to where you need to be. Now, this is only on sale while I'm live, while I'm up here till about 9:40. Okay, so we got some time. I still got about 30 minutes with y'all to get through the rest of what I got to get through. Let me see what I missed from y'all. Sorry, because I was not ignoring y'all. I had to get it out because y'all know how I get. Need some tips. I have my certifications in Twit card, just need the next step. So I'm going to get the steps back on the screen. But if you have everything, all that's left to do is start spitting these applications out. Yeah, you need the Courier resume. I spoke about that. Getting started. Hubby is a funeral director. We pick up bodies from everywhere, airport especially. Do y'all see it here? It's just like, you don't got to take my word for anything. My little Camry about to be rolling. I'm telling y'all, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now, look at this, okay? For anybody that needs to have their mind, at ease. This is $1 trillion industry with the T, y'all. Okay? Nothing happens without transportation. Thank you, Elizabeth. I'll have to sign up Thursday. My money is funny right now. That's perfectly fine, y'all. If you're just in here watching me, that is enough for me. You could be in anybody's live, okay? And you're here. So I don't just appreciate y'all that tap in with me. I appreciate all of you, okay? So that being said, I'm going to put these steps back up here. And I think I want to go through a couple tips to help y'all out. Hubby's a truck driver. I'm trying to have him at home. Y'all, that was my goal. When Bryce was over the road and I couldn't see him and he's sleeping in a hot van to keep expenses low and that insurance was a killer and we paying all this money for gas and all of this, it just was a lot. And I was like, yeah, okay, the money is decent, but it feels like it's just going right back out to all of these crazy expenses. So I said, you know what? Not only do I feel like I'm in a long distance relationship, y'all, at that point. I never get to see him. Can't put eyes on him. Can't cook him a meal. I'm here in Georgia, in middle Georgia by myself. He's all throughout the country and God knows where. Okay, and for some people that works for them. But I'm telling you, I made it my goal to get him off the road and I got it done. So if that's what you want to do, do it. Not can't put eyes on him. Exactly. I can't put eyes on him. I can do it through FaceTime. Where you're located, I'm a funeral professional. He graduated from Gupton. Oh, I don't think you meant to put the question mark. Okay, I'm telling y'all, courier work runs deep throughout everything. Everything has to be transported. Anything that needs to get from one point to another has to be transported by somebody. That somebody is a courier. Okay, so if you meet the requirements under step number 1, you're going to use the vehicle, time, and insurance that you have available to get started. Okay, it could get more complicated. And then when you get to that point, then you could focus on that. Okay, but start where you are. If you want to get just a feel for this and hop on an app like Roadie or Freight or Drop Off or SendPex or something like that, that is fine too. Number 3, HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen. You'll get this when it's a medical contract. Okay, when it's medical, you're delivering to pharmacies, a doctor's office, a hospital, a vet clinic, a nursing home, then the HIPAA and bloodborne will assist you. But for auto parts like we deliver, packages like we deliver, supplies like we deliver, liquor, luggage, legal documents, HIPAA and Bloodborne is not going to assist you. Okay. Now, number 4, when it's time to look for courier contracts. I'll talk about rentals. When it's time to look for courier contracts, this is where you're picking your choice. You can apply the tips I've given today and continue to, tap into your local market, continue doing your research. It's only so much I could get through a live, y'all. Okay. I can't figure out your own circumstances. I can't figure out where you're going wrong. I'm going to talk about rentals. I cannot, figure out a game plan for you and your situation if I'm not able to talk to you one-on-one. So there's only so much I can get through a live. I can't apply for anybody. I don't have your social security. I don't have your date of birth. I don't have your driver's license number. I don't have your vehicle year, make, and model, nor your address. So I can't apply for a single soul. Okay? So you could get over here with me, get all my resources, and have direct access to me, or you can apply the tips I've given and continue to do it on your own. Either way, I appreciate you for tapping in here today. Let me see. So let me talk about the rental question. Hey, Fox Productions. Hey. Can I use my current insurance or it has to be commercial? DJ is going to depend on the contract, but you basically search out contracts that you currently meet the requirements for. So you'll be looking, they'll all be online. Not all of them. You should be tapping into your market, but I'm saying when it comes to applying to stuff online, they'll be there. You'll evaluate it, see if you meet the requirements. If you do, proceed to apply. If not, continue your search. But there are contracts that you can meet with. We looked at one with the mayorship. They do not require commercial. Just get in here with her so she can teach you like I'm going to do. Exactly. Okay. If that's what you want. And if not, that is cool too. If y'all don't got the money to get in, if you don't want to use Klarna or Afterpay, if you just don't want to take that step yet, that is perfectly fine. Some people rock with me for a while and then they always eventually tap in. I've had people who purchase from these people up here and they come to me and they say, Kiana, I'm sorry. I should have trusted you. Your guide is nothing like what I purchased. And I'm like, y'all, I know because we're actually in this industry. Okay. I've heard you have to have full coverage. Yeah, you have to have full coverage. You do. You do have to have full coverage. So about rentals, because I know y'all are asking about rentals. I was saying Turo has some affordable rental options if you're looking to rent like a sedan or a SUV. Now, when you're talking cargo vans and stuff, renting is not a long-term option. You could see on our page one day we did a route with the rental. We did a route with the rental and it's expensive, y'all. They know of the income potential in the courier game. That's why they charge damn near $1 a mile. They know everybody is not moving with these vehicles, y'all. Everybody say, oh, I'm moving. Everyone's not moving. They're using these vehicles for work. So they charge almost $1 a mile. And listen, they know, okay? So I'm telling you. Well, I'm saying if you got it like that, you could do that. But I'm saying it gets very expensive very quickly. When it comes to courier work, we're driving for money. So I'm not saying all contracts you're going to be driving hundreds of miles. There are contracts that are like that. A lot of contracts for you and your personal vehicle, you'll be within the region. You'll be within your local area. Okay. But there are contracts that could go, you could be driving and driving. So imagine how quickly that adds up when you're talking about a rental vehicle. Now, why I said I suggest Turo for those of you looking for like a sedan or SUV, a lot of miles are included on Turo. Okay. And if you do go past the mileage limit, they charge, it's very cheap, y'all. I was a ex-Turo host as well. It's very cheap. Okay. It's nowhere near $1 a mile, nowhere near $1 a mile. Okay. All of these spam accounts and all of this nonsense. We're not doing that over here. We're not doing that. My neighbor had a budget truck and I was wondering why she was driving and it was for courier. I'm telling y'all. Okay. Nissan Envy. Have you seen anyone? Have you seen one you could tell would be fine? A Nissan Envy. Let me look that up. I'm pretty sure that's pretty small. But, Yeah, I mean, you can. Now, if it's a cargo van contract, a lot of them are going to say a medium or high roof. They're going to want a big van if it's a cargo van contract, because the bigger the vehicle, the bigger the income potential. But if you're going for a contract that's for, like your personal vehicles, the sedans, SUVs, anything like that, and you come in with that, you're going to be able to make more money. You're going to be able to make more money. You can insure the rental with no issue. They have the insurance. So insurance is, you can opt into their insurance. That's what you're going to have to do. Because we can't go put a rental vehicle on like Geico or somebody. So you have to opt into their insurance coverage. Right, exactly. Okay? So y'all, that being said, I want to go over a couple tips, that I would make sure that I go into this with, and I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all, in about 25 minutes. What is with all these pages, y'all? Let me make sure I keep blocking. Okay, let's go. I said it's time to bust the whiteboard out, y'all. It's time to bust the whiteboard back out. I used to use the whiteboard a lot. It's time to bust it back out, y'all. Let's get back to the basics, y'all. Let's get back to the basics. Thank you, Magnificent, for liking the live. Okay. So, here we go. First and foremost, okay, this is big, y'all. This right here, make sure you're keeping your options open to all types of cargo and not just focused on being just a medical courier. Okay, if you do that, I cannot vouch for what success you'll see, because everybody has hopped on that bandwagon, y'all. Everybody only pretty much knows about medical courier. So if you're the one in your city to be diversifying your income, having the medical contracts, but also maybe having an auto parts contract, also making sure you're marketing, you're advertising to your local businesses beyond medical, you can see some actual money. Okay. What's the app? What app do y'all run? What app are y'all using? Apps are cool, and I went over them, and I'm gonna give them to y'all again. But I would use them to supplement what I have coming from contracts. So let's say I have a 200 a day goal in this game. I would make 150 from contracts. Who are our first contractors? T-Force Logistics. This was in the Kia, y'all. This was in the Kia. And Pace Runners. T-Force and Pace. Now, if I want to hop on an app to supplement this, let's say, okay, I want to get to my 200. I was able to make 150 from my contract. Now I need to get to that 200. Then I'll hop on an app. Then I would consider an app. Or if I'm a newbie, then I would hop on apps to get a feel for this game. Roadie, freight, drop off, Sendpex. Okay. Are auto contracts a certain time, daily contract? So basically, there's different types of contracts, y'all. So let's talk about this. There's on-call opportunities, which means they call you when they need you. You're basically filling. Then there are dedicated routes. Okay, dedicated routes means that it's your route. You're going to be expected to be there. Let's say, hypothetically, it's Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, you're going to be expected to be there Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you can't be there, you need to have a backup driver to fill in for you, or else the time that you are not doing this work, you will not be paid. This is not a W-2 employee position. So anytime you spend away from the courier game, you're not going to be paid for it. So this is why you have to, plan for these types of things. Now, the beauty of this is no taxes is coming out of this income. Okay, so roadie freight, drop off, Simplex. Okay, Mr. Larry. So you would hop on these apps to supplement what you have coming from contracts. Now, another form of income in this game are the apps, which y'all already know of. Okay, so there's apps, there's on-call opportunities, and then there's dedicated routes. So this is why if I'm signing on with the company, y'all, I would be crystal clear. Hey, is this a dedicated route? Or is this an on-call opportunity? Because a lot of these courier companies will try to be slick. They'll like feed you this dream. Oh yeah, we're signing you on. It's time to onboard and da-da-da-da. And then you get into it. And if you don't ask the right questions, you're just a fill-in. And for some people, that's fine. You won't mind being a fill-in. Okay, you already working a job, so you may need something that's like on call. But those of you that are trying to make this your main source of income, you need something full-time, be crystal clear with them. Hey, is this on call or is this dedicated? Is this my route or am I backup? Okay, now number 3. Oh, this marker is on the struggle bus, y'all. Thank you for liking the live. I can't even see. But thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all can't see these apps. Roadie, freight, drop off, Simplex. It's probably because of this marker, y'all. Let me see if this one. Okay, this one's kind of better. Let me, hold on. Because I want y'all to be able to see. Okay, this one's better. You got to have a courier resume. Okay, you have to have a courier resume. I saw someone's question. I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to go back into the chat. You got to have a courier resume. So unless you have a courier resume showing them your experience, DoorDash, Instacart, Uber, Spark, Lyft, Flex, everybody else, they don't know that you've been a courier unless they can see it. So this is a requirement. We looked at a contract. Excuse me, y'all. The second line of the contract, what did it say? Delivery experience is required. So unless we have a courier resume, we won't be considered. That's like if we were to apply to a job without a resume. We know we would never get a call back. They're never going to look your way. Okay. Same thing in the courier game. If they're going to trust you with expensive auto parts, if they're going to trust you with people's bodily fluids, with blood samples, urine samples, prescription medication that y'all know is very expensive, best believe that they need to see some kind of experience. Okay. Number 4. This is never one and done. This is never, ever, ever one and done. So do not apply yourself temporarily. Do not look online for a day or so. When people come to me and they say, oh, I did that already. I looked already. And it's in the past tense. My question to them is, well, why did you stop? If you're serious, you will apply yourself. You will do it and you'll do it and you'll do it until it works out. Giving up for us was not an option. I said, I know that this is a $1 trillion industry. I know that there are people out here doing it because not only have we run into couriers online, we've been out in the actual world, y'all. Okay. And we've seen people doing delivery in their personal vehicle. We went to Firestone and they were telling us that they deal with independent contractors in some areas. People pulling up in their sedans, their SUVs. So it's just like if we decide to feel as if this is not happening, then, you know, I don't know, but we have to apply ourselves, okay? Because I'm not going to sit in and convince you to get in, because if you don't get in, more room for the rest of us that are serious. And if you do get in, then more power to you, but make sure you do your part, because nobody's going to do it for you. The closest you're going to get to somebody doing something for you is you getting in with me, okay? Because I actually care about my people. Because I don't want anybody to be able to come up on this internet and say, oh, Kiana is not what she says that it is. Oh, Kiana doesn't really support. All my people ride for me. All my people ride for me because they know that I actually assist. Okay, so this is never one and done. You should never talk about this in the past tense. If you're serious, apply yourself as much as possible. Do your part and do it again and do it again and do it again. Your work is never done. There's no side hustle or business to where they do something temporarily and then they're like, you know what? Okay, that's it. Okay, my work here is done. Like imagine a caterer. They did a 1 event or 2 events and now they're like, okay, that's it. All right, I've made some money. I'm done. Well, that's fine. Well, then you're done. Okay? Apply yourself daily. And number 5, we're going to end right here. Make sure you follow up. The money is in the follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. Y'all, if I could write. The money's in the follow-up. Okay? That's it. That's all. Let me see what I missed from y'all. And let me also get these steps back on the screen. But this is it, y'all. This is not anything crazy. Okay? So, again, hold on, y'all. Let me do this. Goodness gracious. Okay, here we go. Let me scroll up and see everything I missed. How do you know if you have the right transportation to pick up the load? What do you mean by that, Crystal? So what about those with no experience? You have to put something. So this is why I was saying if you don't have any type of experience, they need to see something. So put like Uber, put some form of if you worked for Amazon or you've been with somebody that did DoorDash, you have to put something. So you can't become a courier unless you have experience. Experience, y'all, is not any crazy experience. So Sissy, the steps are now back up on the screen so you can see everything that you need to. I need part-time 6 days every other week. Okay. So then you would need to probably be more so on call. Or hop on the apps. How do you get the certification for the medical courier? You look it up. It's an online training. Okay, y'all. So I'm up off here in a couple minutes. I'm gonna say I'm off here in about 15. Okay, I'm off here in 15 minutes. So if you're looking to join me, go ahead and do so, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all everything that is included with me. I'm also gonna show you my people securing contracts. So again, it may take me a little bit longer than 15, but around that area. Thank you, Debs. If you meet the requirements under step number 1, you're going to use the vehicle time insurance you have available. Decide if you want to get HIPAA and bloodborne pathogen certified. If you do, then it's an online training. You should be done in 30 minutes or less. You'll be certified, and now you can put this on your resume, and you can use this for medical contracts. Now, number 4, when it's time to apply, you're going to look for stuff online, but you also should be tapping into your local market, especially as we're in 4th quarter, y'all, and the amount of cargo that's about to be moved in the holiday season. If you're not tapping in with your local florist, if you're not tapping in with your mom and pop businesses, y'all, I'm telling you, make sure you are advertising just like any other business. Okay, thank you, Sissy. I was a truck driver for 25 years. Does that count as delivery experience? Absolutely. Absolutely. And shout out to you. Okay, you're a courier more than anybody. You're a courier through and through. So, excuse me, y'all, my sinuses. I'm about to show y'all again a bit of our journey. Even though I showed this earlier, I'm not going to go all the way through it like I did earlier. I'm going to show you my people in the chat securing contracts so that y'all can see the proof in the pudding. But all of these that you see are people securing contracts. You can see Joel and his cargo van. You can see Malika. She's a full-time courier. You can see Miss Black Butterfly made $9.37 in a week. Y'all excuse my dirty scream. You can see Ronnie. She's delivering auto parts. I could show y'all all of this straight from the chat as well. Miss Teresa said, congrats. How do you like it? She said, I love it. Easy peasy. Myra said, I got about 6 different contracts that have asked me to come in for review. I haven't even finished applying to all the couriers on the list because I have active and open positions. You don't have to sit back and twiddle your thumbs and guess, is this legit? Is this real? Is this going to pay me well? Is this some nonsense? Is this a scam listing? Are they gonna hire me? Listen, okay, over here with me, not only do you know how to effectively apply and search for all types of cargo, you also learn how to effectively secure the contract. You also learn how to secure drivers, how to bring drivers on, how to stack contracts, and you have direct access to me included. And I don't play them games, y'all. Nobody at R2R is going to fail, okay? So you see Miss Tracy, she was working a 9 to 5. She was working a 9 to 5, and she said, Kiana, if you could get me out of this, I will greatly appreciate you. Okay, I said, Miss Tracy is her real name. She goes by Traylon in Discord. I said, Come over here and I got you. She's now a full-time courier. She finished her 3-day orientation. She's in a 4-door sedan. She said, again, I feel so blessed to be a part of this community. Without it, I would have never gotten this opportunity. Without it, I would have never gotten this opportunity. Okay? Now she's looking to start master contracting. I teach it all, y'all. I teach it all. We got Bougie, who was just putting in her 2 cents. Miss Crystal, I got you in a second. As a new member of the group, it's very motivating to see people in here getting contracts, especially so quickly. Okay? I could show y'all from last week, somebody secured a contract. And remember, y'all, these are contracts. We're not talking apps. Contracts stay established until either party decides to separate. So that's weekly non-tax income that my people are able to rely on. Look at Anthony in South Jersey. Guess who got a contract? Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Look what Myra said. This was the day that Myra started using my information. She said, today was my first day actually doing the resume and applying for contracts. And I already got my first contract on my first day of applying. Thank you, Kiana. Your guide helped me significantly. This really isn't hard if you follow instructions. It really isn't. You see how I lay it out up on this live, y'all. Okay. Miss Deirdre, I showed y'all Miss Deirdre. She has a medical contract, but she also has a dealership contract. This is how you stay in business when you diversify your income, y'all. When you have your hands in multiple bags. Okay. We got Fusa with his merch on, with his cargo van. Okay. Y'all, the list goes on. It's all here. Back when I first started, y'all, because I just started this page in January. I just started going live the beginning of May. So I'm not somebody that's been up here. Like I said, I left Geico in May. She said, big shout out to Road to Revenue for guiding my way into my first medical courier position. Today was my first day, and I know it's more contracts to come. All right. It's all there. So I'm going to show y'all the guide, what all is included. Remember that Discord access comes included, and I do not charge a monthly subscription fee. I don't do that over here. Not at R2R. Okay. You go to pick up a load. How do you know if you have the right vehicle to pick up the load? All of that would be, if you're talking load boards, because we secure a local contract. So all of that information is in the contract. But Miss Crystal, if you're talking load boards, all of that information is there when you're securing the load. Okay. The dispatcher or whoever it is, the broker, whoever, they'll have that information. Y'all, over the road is not my expertise. That's why I don't get into that. Thank you, Michael, for the heart me. I have a 4-door 2500. Yes, ma'am. Put that thing to work. Okay. So let's get to this. This is the ultimate guide, y'all. This is the ultimate guide. This is what you get instantly downloadable, yours forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Instantly. Okay. So you get the instructions, you get introduction to the industry, you get requirements, links to certifications, the supplies that I recommend. You get my live overview. So the tips, the gems that I drop on live, the different types of cargo conversation, the LLC insurance conversation, the different, I said different types of cargo. All of that stuff is all there. Okay. You don't have to remember anything that I've said. Also, business bank account information is there. Now, master contracting. You want to learn how to hire drivers and also how to stack contracts. I give you that information there. You get my keywords so that you learn how to search for all types of cargo, so that you get your hands on auto parts contracts, so you can get your hands on this airport company, y'all. So you could get your hands on the Home Depot contractor. These are nationwide companies, y'all. Okay, so I give them all to you among a whole lot of other courier companies that are nationwide. Okay. Now, you also get the courier company list, which I just went over. You get my scripts to effectively follow up. You learn what to say to secure the contract. I give you another one to communicate about delays, because they don't play about delays, y'all. So you don't want to be risking your contract by you just, talking willy-nilly. So they don't play about punctuality and reliability. So I give you a script for that. I also give you a script to market to your local businesses, because remember, I said heavy on the marketing, heavy on the advertising. Just like any other business, you get my resume that I use as well. And if you don't have any experience and you want to put down our courier company, you can do that. Okay. When you get over here with me now, when you get with me. So, I'm going to show y'all how to get to it, you would click my profile picture, click it once more. It's on my profile where it says beacons, everything included, y'all, everything included. Now it's going to be blurry for live purposes, but you can see when you get it, nothing will be blurry. It sounds just like me, exactly what I say up on this live, y'all. Okay. So here's the introduction. It's only blurry because people try to screen record and be slick, y'all. Requirements, expectations, links to certifications, supplies. My live overview, okay? How to hire drivers, my keywords, how to search, the courier boards to look for what's local to your area. And then you can make your way down to nationwide companies because, of course, out of 150 nationwide companies, all of them won't be in your area every time that you're looking. So you want to pair the nationwide companies with what's directly near you and also using my marketing scripts for your local businesses as well. Here's my resume. Here are my scripts to effectively follow up that I went over with you. Now, not only do you get all of that, you get over here in Discord. You can see, first of all, that you're able to message me privately. I don't have any unread messages because I actually respond. I actually support my people. So where I need to hop in here for anybody, I hop in there. Okay. Like for Miss Jennifer, I needed to hop in there. What did I do? I hopped in there. Okay. And nobody's going to fail at R2R. You get over here. Now that's after you've been doing your part, y'all, because don't BS me. Don't BS me. Now you get in here, you see people talking. You see the contracts already popping off. We just got in the chat. We just got in the chat, y'all. Okay? I'm telling you, I don't play. We actually do this, y'all. I don't play. So here it all is. The proof is all in the pudding, y'all. Okay? So if you want to join this community, I have over 400 people in here. You're able to network, talk to, find your accountability partner. You have me and you have everybody else. People that are seasoned. People like Tractor Trailer Boogie, who's been in transportation for over 10 years. We got somebody who's been in transportation over 25 years, her and her husband. So you get in here. You're able to network. You're able to ask any questions that you have. You get in a chat full of people that want each other to win. We put our brains together at R2R. You see another contract right here being secured.